Thinking Mirage, so sneaky. Sneaky Mirage, you. Get inside, get inside. No, he was one shot. I hear you, brother. It's a struggle. I hear you. It's that scripture. It's good that you keep going back to God for forgiveness, though. You're still new in your walk. You know what I mean? You're not gonna do anything perfectly, and it's like God much rather you come back to Him in a repentant heart than for you to be like to think that you're asking too much of God for constant forgiveness, because like you're still really young, bro. So you're gonna go through your whole life constantly asking God for forgiveness for things. And as for being an example of Christ for your family, it's like you slipping into sin is normal human habit, but what's not normal human habit is you rejecting that event. You know what I mean? Like you acknowledge that it was a sinful act and you turn to God in repentance of it and you pray about it, but don't continually beat yourself up about it. You know what I mean? You got to move forward in your journey. I get you, bro. Everyone always needs a little pick me up. That's why it's so good to find a good community like you've been looking for.
Fence them in, fence them out.
See if Snowman has anything to say. What's up, Snowman? How's your night?
Come on, we're still waiting. I'm gonna take a lap.
I've been losing.
Your champion.
Yeah, I feel that. Keep on getting second place, dude.
I'm the jump master. I am honored.
Any good games though?
Nah.
No, I try to make this one a good one. And folks in this jump shit. You wanna go Neon Square or Blossom? Neon? Ooh, we're gonna be late to Neon.
Yeah.
Go light. Then work our way in.
Alright.
Nice having a teammate with a mic, bro.
Is that shot in here? Nothing settled in. You're safe.
You using a bow check? Not the bow.
No level up. 1 minute. Rings
Yeah.
close by.
Putting in work with that bow, huh?
Yeah. I don't know how you didn't kill me. He had his Spitfire and I got your R9.
He's a goober.
But we could just walk it.
Hey, since it's a rare occasion I get a teammate with a mic, mind if I ask for your help?
Sure.
I've been trying to make like a video series of me just talking to my random teammates about what they think about the afterlife, what they think happens when you die. They think there's a
About
heaven. What happens in the afterlife? What happens when you die? They jumped. They're booking it.
They're at the bottom left.
Yeah, another one went over to the west building over here.
Opponent over here.
Down, down.
It's 2 teams.
Another
though.
team coming up.
I'm fencing.
Hey, move.
Fencing position.
Knock one down here. To the left. Nice.
You're looking at the new kill leader. What a rush. Nailed that whole squad.
Taking a moment to heal up.
Get shot at. Yo, cracked an enemy shield.
Dude, you're just better.
That's the last of them, amigos. Booyah!
Yeah, so what do you think happens after death? What do you think? Think it's just lights out, or do you think there's something?
I think it just goes into like nothingness. Low-key.
Nothingness.
Yo, enemy landed
Okay.
near me.
Yeah, like you don't know anything.
Yo, enemy landed near me.
You know what I mean? You're just like nothing. That's nice.
Shields.
I hear you.
Reloading.
Just like
I'm gonna go on that roof over there.
maybe people have like the same.
It's go time. Down one. Half toast, half the road.
So if it's just nothing, then
Charging the air.
that makes me ask the question, like, what's the whole point of it? You know what I mean?
Well, like you know how people say like in their past lives.
Yeah, just as like a relative
Like-
term. Yeah, I've heard it.
Yeah, like oh, in my past life I was like this and.
So you think it's like a
after certain
reincarnation?
amount of times yeah,
I
like
spotted
it's
enemy.
like the same kind of thing, but just a different person. And then after like a certain amount, it just stops, you know.
Yeah, I hear you. I missed every shot on that guy.
Throwing jump pad.
He just used his ultra Q to get out? That's wild.
We're inside the ring. I'm positive.
But I don't know, to be honest. It's kind of crazy to like you don't know until you die.
I get you. Well, I think there's signs of what could be what happens after the afterlife. I think there's like
Mira, someone's out there.
there's actual been like proof of what's happened. You know what I mean? Like
Care package
Yeah.
I have heard that before, like people saying like
Tossing an actor.
in my previous lives and whatnot. There's a team up top too.
What team do you want to fight though? The
Let's
one
fight-
up top or
let's fight the slower
one at
team.
the bottom?
Keep swinging to the left and fight the slower team.
An enemy down. Engineers, no? What? The enemy
Yeah, that was a good place for that fence. I can't shoot this out. I can go underneath it. I can go underneath it. I think
I'm positive.
I think we all have
I believe this upgrade
a soul that
It's
is
working.
goes through this life for once. I don't think there's like an infinite repeat, like a constant repeating reincarnation. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't know, it's weird though. Some people are like, you know, I went to, because you've heard those stories about people that are like, oh, I went to heaven and I died and it felt like this and that. That's kind of crazy. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, I think.
Then someone's like, but how come everybody that died went to
Got
heaven
jump pad,
and
we gotta go
nobody
back
went
up
to
there.
hell?
Why
Oh
is
no,
it
there's ones of people
after
going
the
hell
event
too.
you can always think of the perfect example to give? I was thinking
Two enemy teams left.
maybe sometimes God shows people heaven so they know they have something to look forward to. And maybe sometimes God shows people hell, show them what they have waiting for them for continuing on this path.
Altar's cracked on top.
An enemy shield.
Nice. No, there's events of people going to hell, like documented, like
Yeah.
stories of it. It's
Yeah.
just I don't know. The reincarnation one I haven't ran into yet, so it's kind of a harder one for me to like think about. But I mean,
Yeah,
like
I don't know,
I've like
it's very weird.
I've like. Do you want to run another one or no?
Sure.
Sweet. No, it is super weird
Yeah, I don't
because
know,
you
it's
do hear
very
people
weird.
say like, oh, like people talk about deja vu and whatnot. But I still think that there is a historical event that just kind of pointed towards at one true afterlife event, which would be the death of Jesus Christ. You know what I mean? Because because he was a historical person that was very well documented, and even his resurrection was well documented and witnessed by like 500
Yeah.
people afterwards. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So just
Yeah.
looking at that guy, you're like, what's happening here? Like, what's he talking about? And then you dig deeper in it, and you realize like he was an innocent guy that ended up being murdered for his claims of divinity, and in his execution, he pretty much completed a mission of dying for all of human sin.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So just when I look at that one, I'm like that's a clear example of something that is said to happen after death. You know what I mean?
Yeah, very true. Yeah, I don't know, it's very like everybody there's so many like, you know, there's so many different things that people say about death, and it's like where they going, where they're going, or stuff like that. You know what I mean? Because like like what's it called? Everybody, because you know how there's multiple religions, right?
Oh
Hush
yeah.
now, don't say a word.
And like they gotta. It's kind of weird because like you look at Muslims and they gotta live like a certain way forever, or unless they just they go to hell, or I don't know. It's very different.
No, yeah, I get you. For them, it's a very
They're all very different.
Enemy shield is broken. Fini. Fuel up charge in the air. We're inside the ring. We're safe.
The Oxen is one shot.
Okay.
There's like 2 teams probably. I'm gonna drop all the way to the
Okay.
bottom. I suggest you just drop down too. There's like a bunch of different people.
No way, I didn't hit that melee, brother. There was a ton of people there out of nowhere. Yeah, and then for the Muslims, it's all like conditional, like based off behavior that you can get into heaven.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is wild
then it's
because
like-
no one
yeah.
can commit to such a strict like practice. You know what I mean? Doesn't matter who you
Yeah,
are.
like
you're always
they
gonna
all
mess up.
fall on, like if they're born a different kind of like gender too. It's like
Yeah, it's just ripped. It's just the GGs.
they gotta follow. Yeah, they gotta follow customs. Like if you're a man, you know you're good. You got this and that. You know you can say whatever, do whatever.
Mhm.
But if you're a girl, it's like you gotta follow what they say.
Yeah, you have to
'Cause
do
that's-
exactly what
that-
your husband says. You have
Yeah,
to
like,
you have
that's
to
the
be
way that
okay
it
with
was-
just being abused by him too. In some cases, you're just like, that's wild.
Than a battlefield to me.
Yeah, and then there's also like Muslims that are like in old times, or there's some people that follow it to the T, and those people are terrorists. And it's
Mhm.
like, whoa.
Yeah, when
Mhm.
I was looking into the Muslim religion, I was seeing that they like to base a lot of it off of
I'm
the
the
Jewish
Jump Master. I am
religion,
honored.
and then
Yeah.
they break off once Muhammad comes around, and they
Yeah.
follow his rules. And Muhammad says
Yeah.
like Jesus is a prophet,
Fall over there.
but it's like
Feeds the view from up here.
there's no
Yeah.
way he could be a prophet if he's proclaiming to be God. You know what I mean? That's blasphemy. That's a huge
Yeah.
huge sin. You know what I mean? If it's not true.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like,
Yeah.
how you gonna call this guy a good teacher if he's teaching to be God, but you deny the fact that he's God? You know what I mean? So they kind of contradict it right there. They're like, he's a good teacher, but since he claims he's God, he's, and we don't think he is. He's not a good teacher. He's a crazy man. You know what I mean?
Like they acknowledge him, but they like kind of put him down at the same time.
Yeah, they acknowledge him, but only like in certain aspects, and you're like, that's not how it really
Yeah.
works.
Like a certain, like the way they want to like see it, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
They try to paint him out as something else he isn't.
Yeah, I think it.
Which is kind of weird, but it's like, so he was there, right? But they're trying to paint him out as something that isn't. You know, it's like very,
45 seconds until ring
It's very
closure.
like out of context. They're taking it.
yeah. So they're acknowledging he's there and he's real.
Yeah, they
they're
acknowledge
not
him as a
acknowledging anything
real
else.
person. Yeah, but not as.
But they're
God.
acknowledging, yeah. And also
30
Jewish people are
seconds
kind
to
of
closure.
they're
We're
they're
so
kind of the
close.
same as Muslims. They gotta eat a certain food. They gotta do certain things. They gotta
Yeah.
pray a certain amount. They
A
gotta,
lot of-
they have like very stages of rituals too. Like, oh, once you graduate, to go do this. You know, whoever you marry, it's this and that.
10 seconds.
Yeah, a
And
lot
she has
of
to do this
Jewish people
too.
that don't believe in
Not for long,
Jesus,
pal.
Jesus Christ, they still follow the old laws, old traditions and practices,
Rings moving.
Yeah.
Let's
which
go.
is wild because all of their texts in scripture points towards a sacrificial savior, and
Extended light mag.
Yeah.
once he comes, they're like, no, this isn't the guy. This isn't how we were expecting it to go down. Oh, I need that.
I don't know. It's very all. Yeah. They like even people that believe in like they believe in Greek gods. They have like a whole different. Everybody's just telling a bunch of different stories. You know what I mean?
Care package over there. Let's get on that.
it's kind of like, you know, which one's true, which one isn't. I mean, everybody's entitled to believe what they want.
True.
You know,
That's
if
the
you're
great thing
born,
about free will.
if you're born a Muslim, then you know you're born a Muslim. It's on to your free will on what you want to do.
Yeah. But also, it's like kind of sucks. Like if you're born into a culture like that, because it's so hard to get out of it, even if there's like factual evidence you've seen to indicate otherwise. I got to one.
Shield is broken. Fini.
Yeah, his teammates behind him.
They run.
Tossing a
Not,
grenade.
They
no.
did. I think
Yeah,
they
they
went for
did.
the west.
They're over there.
Reloading.
There's another team to the south, but they're not really doing anything.
There's people behind us.
Broken enemy shield.
Charging on my shields.
I took an enemy down. Pretty good for an electrical engineer, no? Broken enemy shield. Bon travail. That squad is all down. Healing my wounds.
Yeah, I think it's tragic when, like I said, when they're stuck in a religion, and no matter what facts you see,
Yeah.
like
Until ring
your
closure.
culture doesn't let you out of it. You know what I mean? That's one thing like I'm super grateful being an American for.
Yeah. I mean, even Americans, like, even, you know, an American Muslim can be born into a Muslim family. It just depends how hard they are with it, you know what I mean?
I get you.
Like,
Throwing a grenade.
there's some Muslims that are super chill about it, too. They're like, yeah, I mean, I do this, but I don't really follow them like that, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
yeah, I pray and this and that.
Oh, that's funny.
Ring's closing. I like pushing as much as the next guy.
We're getting rushed,
Reloading. Healing my
I
wounds.
think.
Eye of the storm. Supplies coming in.
You should have been.
Cracked an enemy shield.
Healing my wounds.
We're not down here. Agree. Yeah, ammo.
Hit the ejector seat. Getting health back.
Trouble.
Reloading.
But I think it's an important question to actually look into. I think too many people in this life don't tend to think about what happens after.
So close.
Yeah.
So close.
You know what I mean? And
But I feel like, you know, in order to go somewhere, you shouldn't have to, like, be very strict with yourself, you know what I mean?
Don't make me carry you.
I get you, but
Like how,
at the
how
same time,
Muslims are.
yeah, I hear you. But at the same time, it's like if you're trying to get into someone else's house, then you should listen to what they have to say about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Reloading.
So like if you're trying to get into God's heaven, then you ought to listen to like what he's saying about it. You know what I mean? Because
yeah.
that's the awesome thing about Christianity though, is that there's a lot of grace given by God when he sends Jesus down. You know what I mean? It's like God realizes that it's really difficult for humans to do
Setting a fence.
what they're called to do.
Only one
I Are they on top floor?
No.
Charging on my shield.
I took an enemy down. Pretty good for an electrical engineer. I'm guessing that enemy shield is broken. Excellent.
Engaging.
I defeated an adversary.
He went down. That guy broke my ankles. Nice. Dude, for not winning any games tonight, playing with you, two pretty dang good games.
Yeah.
You are the Apex
It's just the
champions.
teammates. They kind of get dumb.
It's hard when they don't have a mic, though.
Yeah.
Hey, do you mind if I
yeah,
use?
I gotta.
Do you mind if I use
Yeah, you're good.
our clip for a
Yeah,
YouTube
you're-
video?
Yeah, you're good.
I appreciate it. I really do. Hey,
Yeah.
thanks for playing with me, bro.
Yeah, no worries. I gotta go though.
Understood. God bless.
Yeah. Yep. Have a good night.
You go to teammates tonight? That was great.
What's your?
Oh, I left.
They say death.
He was saying something. I feel bad. I'll send him an invite. That's low key. Moving.
What's your YouTube though?
My YouTube is, you can find it under God's Goat, which is my name right here. It should be Kingdom Gaming. If you just pull me up on Twitch, I have the link for it in my bio.
Oh, your thing is called God's Goat.
Yeah,
On Twitch?
it's God's Goat, and then it's a 04 instead of a OA.
All right, cool.
I appreciate it, bro.
Yeah, no worries. Have a good rest of your night.
You too. I was low key schmoovin'. Were you the Octane that just fried me on that zip line with the Watson? I appreciate the follow. Yeah, dude, you broke. I hit that Watson fence, and I couldn't move, and I was like, my guy just went downstairs. I'm looking upstairs. I'm dead. I appreciate Snowman. Those are some good games.